Hello everyone, welcome again. So upcoming Monday we're going to start with the Monday meditation, and I'm really excited and grateful for all the interest that has been shown already. And I'm looking forward to start on this adventure with you. And today I want to talk about what meditation actually is and share a few techniques that are being used in Hridaya Yoga for meditation. There's much more, but this is a good foundation to start our first session with. So, when you think about meditation and what meditation is, the most simple words I can give to it is it's the mastery of your attention. So, there's a lot of different definitions, but this mastery of attention is something that's really interesting because attention is not a topic that we spend a lot of attention on these days. And if I look at my own life and how I was going about my attention, is that I was mostly like invested in work, um, social activities like being with other people, um, but I wasn't really aware of what I was spending my attention on. And even if I was by myself, I would still distract myself by um, watching Netflix, watching movies, TV shows, eating food, um, playing video games was in my example the case, and this takes the attention outwards. One of my teachers, Senia Melchizedek, he always calls us masters of distraction because that is what we teach mostly. That's what we practice mostly during the day. So once you start putting more focus onto your attention and where is my attention going, like is my attention following my thoughts? Is my attention following physical sensations or emotions? Um, when I started to become more aware of that, actually I noticed that I was being lived most of the time, and meditation really helped me. The practice of meditation really helped me to become more centered and be more in control of where my attention is going and how I spend my energy. So Patanjali, a wise yogi, in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, he um, mentions three stages basically. He talks about dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. And those are the stages you can say of meditation, where dharana is mostly about concentration. So you bring your awareness or your attention to one point, and then you get distracted again. And then when you catch yourself in that, you bring the attention back to this one point again. And you keep on doing this. And this one point can be whatever. It can be the heart, it can be a sound, it can be your breath, it can be yourself. We'll go deeper into that later. It can be a tree, whatever. It's just about focusing your attention on one point. Um, and then whenever you feel distracted or you notice yourself your attention is being taken, you bring it back to this one point. So that's dharana. That's the stage of concentration. Then the second stage is actually meditation, and that's when this act of bringing your attention back is not it's not a conscious choice anymore. It's like it happens automatically. So your focus, your mind might wander, but still you're so focused on this one point that it just comes back, and you can just stay in this one pointedness. And then samadhi is the stage of bliss. It's actually when you go more beyond the mind, and there's this sensation of oneness. And these topics are all long lectures on its own, but I think for now this is sufficient. So meditation is basically the practice of focusing your attention on one point. And especially for now, we'll just stick to the concentration stage where it's like, okay, you focus your attention on one point and you bring your attention back to this one point whenever you notice it wanders. And by this, you train your attention to become more focused. Um, and in Hridaya Yoga, in Hridaya meditation, there's three ways of doing this. So the first is to focus the attention in the heart center. So the heart center. And you might notice me pointing to the right. It's not the physical heart, which is on the left. It's a more subtle point than that. It's also not the heart chakra, Anahata chakra. It's a point in the center of the chest, in the middle of the chest, 2 finger widths to the right. And in the Eastern tradition, for instance, a mystic, Ramana Maharshi, he says like this is where this feeling of I, the sense of I when we are born, when we come to existence, this feeling of I arises here, goes up to an energy channel at Manadi, to the brain, and there's where it starts identifying with life, basically. But for now, it's good enough for us to put the attention on the heart center and just notice, like, just put your attention here and notice if you can feel anything. So, do you feel any sensations? Do you feel maybe a warm or a coldness, or maybe you don't feel anything? It's all okay. It's really about bringing your attention here, and whenever you notice that your attention is drifting off, so you're thinking about your shopping list or something that happened today or that you need to do still, that's all okay. It's just about bringing the attention back to the heart center in this case, and then bring a curiosity to what it might be. Like, even if you feel nothing, just keep your attention there, and yeah, at a certain moment you'll notice that you'll find more sensations are there, and maybe even emotions come up. And it's all okay. It's just about being with it. So if you notice that an emotion comes up and you're being taken, your attention is being taken by the emotion, you catch yourself in it and you just come back. You bring it back to the heart center. Second point of focus that we use at Hridaya Yoga is the breath, and in particular the pauses after inhalation and exhalation. So we inhale, and just before you exhale, you notice there's like this millisecond, might be a millisecond, between the inhalation and the exhalation, this point where there's like a transition between where the inhalation becomes the exhalation. And you try to catch this point, bring your attention to this point. And then on an exhalation, the same thing happens actually before you start to inhale. There's this point again. And it's this point where there's actually nothing happening. And this point of stillness, it brings a certain magic with it. You can compare it to, for instance, a sunrise or a sunset. If you look at them, they're always so magical. And it's the transition between day and night. And that is captured in the breath in this way, where there's this point of nothing. And by bringing our attention to this, every time we can go deeper. And again, there's a whole lecture in the 10-day retreat. There's a whole lecture about this, but I think for now this is sufficient. And the third, point of meditation is the self. And it's not myself like a personality, but the same Ramana Maharshi I mentioned earlier. He said this: if the purpose of any practice is to bring the attention, the running mind, to one point, then why not use the self? And it's the self beyond the body, beyond our emotions, beyond our thoughts. It's the self that is witnessing. So, and we do that by asking the question, who am I? So by asking the question, who am I? And then not having a rational answer, so it's not, oh, I am Matthijs. It's what's this feeling of I that originated here in the heart center. What is that? If I can witness this body, if I can witness my emotions, if I can witness my thoughts, then what is this feeling? What is this I? Who am I? And we just listen to the echoes, to what comes up. And whenever our minds wander again, we come back to this question, who am I? And we center ourselves in the heart center. We ask the question, who am I? And we just listen, we feel with a curiosity what comes up. So these are the 3 techniques that we'll practice on Monday. Yeah, and I'm just really looking forward to meet you there. So I'll put the Zoom link under the comments, in the comments of this video. And if you're really interested in going deeper into meditation, the 9th to the 11th of April, there's also an online meditation weekend, silent meditation weekend, where you'll get different techniques and insight into meditation, and we'll be able to practice together on how to deepen this sense of stillness, of intimacy with the self and meditation. So for now, I really look forward to see you on Monday, and thanks for watching.